Have you ever started to do something new and after the first time or the first couple of times you're like, oh man, I really suck at this? Or perhaps there's something that you did regularly years ago and now that you're trying to start it up again, you're like, wow, what happened? I've really lost it here. Well, that's okay. We often judge ourselves and we compare our current performance to external people and the people that we see on YouTube or Instagram or on the news, when in fact we should only be looking inside to judge and to compare ourselves. And the reason why is very basic and very fundamental. The people that you see around who are amazing and killing it, they're there because they've practiced and they too sucked. But how they got out of that sucky stage into the high performance or high quality stage, that's the secret. If you keep on beating yourself up, you're going to get demotivated and you're going to want to give up. You're going to think that the goal is unachievable or that the task is too big for you to overcome. But the reality is no task is too big, no dream is unachievable. You just need to know these 4 steps for you to overcome and improve yourself and go from sucking on day 1 to being an absolute rock star over here. These are the tricks that I've used for years, and they're the same tricks that I applied for this video here that you see running behind me now, because frankly, I was disappointed in myself. I have over 300 live streams in a few different industries under my belt. I have years of being on the radio, on the TV, presenting and hosting, but I was really disappointed in my own performance. And this is what I did about it. The first thing you do, take a break. Don't immediately go from producing the work or doing the activity into immediately judging yourself. Because when you're in the mode of producing or conducting the activity, you will start to analyze the situation as I should have done this, or I could have done that, or ABC. And you start to become very judgmental of yourself. So take a break, have a breather, come back to it after a while with fresh eyes. For example, if I record something or do something in the morning, I won't analyze it until the evening. And if I do it in the evening, I will wait till I've slept overnight and then I do it the next morning, as is the case with the live stream here. So I woke up this morning. Step 1, complete. Give it some time. Take a break. Step 2, get some popcorn. Or technically, get something because you need to spend a bit of time in this next step. What is it? You need to analyze your performance. You need to analyze the action that you took. If you spoke publicly, get a video recording of it. If you're at the gym working out, take a small camera or prop up your phone against a bench and record yourself while you are working out. If you wrote an article, read the article. Whatever it is that you did, always try and record yourself or find a way to record the work so that you can go back and reanalyze it. Luckily for me, in this case, the video was already uploaded on YouTube because, well, it was live. So what I did was I ended up watching the video 4 times. It's an hour and a bit long stream. I watched some parts of it at kind of 1.5 to 2 times speed to speed up the process. But I watched it multiple times. And you need to watch it not as you looking at yourself. Imagine it's your best friend who's taking the action. Imagine it's your best friend presenting. Imagine it's your best friend at the gym, or it's your best friend who wrote the article. The reason why? When you start to take notes of things that you can improve, if you start to criticize yourself and you're like, oh, look at you, your hair was all messed up, or blah, 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 or 1, 2, 3, you end up criticizing yourself. And that criticism goes to your subconscious, who is the one who created those actions and thoughts. And your subconscious is just like your friend. They have feelings too. But if you take it as like when you deal with your friend and you're like, hey, I loved it, but I think you can improve 1, 2, 3. It's programming your subconsciousness, especially if you're talking to yourself, that, hey, these are things that we know we can change and we know we can make better. Now, step number three, not four, number 3 is take notes. Write down notes, just the headings. For example, with this video here, I wrote down the audio was echoey. The audio right now is probably still a bit echoey. I'm experimenting with a new microphone angle, and I will be getting some kind of soundproofing around in the near future. But just write 1 or 2 word descriptions. Another example, I said a lot of ums, and ums are fillers. They fill the gap they fill the space between when the brain is thinking of something and the mouth is talking about the words. And if the mouth is faster than the brain, then it's gonna kind of create that gap. So what you can do is you can slow down your speech. Let the brain's thoughts pile up and let them come out at a slower pace. So you need to take notes. Write as many notes as you can, and that's why you watch it multiple times, because after multiple times, you would have kind of found about 90% of all of the points where you can improve. They're not criticisms, they're things that you can improve. Step number 4, and this is an important one. Split up your notes into 2 different columns. Number 1 is things that can be changed immediately. Now, those things that can be changed immediately can be something such as, if you're recording video, adjust the lighting, or perhaps change the background a little bit. Maybe sit more upright. Don't tilt your head so much. Or if you're going to the gym and you are doing, for example, squats, which used to be my favorite thing to do at the gym, and I used to record myself, and you notice in your technique that your back is a little bit arched, then you can immediately see, next time I go to do squats, I need to ensure that my back is perfectly straight and level. And that's something that you can immediately change because it only requires a very minor adjustment in your next performance. The second column of items is things that you need to learn or things that you need to practice to improve. An example of that would be if you want to lift more weights, well, you've got to practice, you've got to build up to it. So then you need to practice that, or you need to learn how to lift more weights. If you want to be able to speak clearer, then you need to perhaps go out and learn about the mouth movements, breathing while you are speaking, or perhaps even how to structure your sentences to make them more comprehensible. If you are a photographer, we can even look at photography. You need to practice with, for example, what is your shutter speed versus what is your aperture? What is the lighting conditions like? How can you adjust the things? And these are things that you need to go out to an external resource and learn. Now, if you remember, or maybe you didn't watch it yet, or maybe you're not going to watch it, but one of the key things to always creating improvement is to take a note of where you are here, look at things that you can improve or learn to be able to reach here. How can you go from your performance sucking to your performance being an absolute rock star? So those are the 4 core tips. Number 1, take a break. Number 2, watch, listen, read, or analyze. And in order to do that, you need to start recording your performances. I'm such a big fan of recording everything you say, every conversation I have, every time I have some thoughts, record them. Video or audio, it's available. There's almost unlimited storage on these things. Okay? Don't let it get too far. Number 3, create a list or take notes of advice that you would give to your friend if your friend is the one who had produced that content. What are the things that you would suggest to them that they can improve? And number 4, split them up into the 2 columns. Things you can do immediately right now for the next time you do your performance, and the things you need to learn. And when you have the list of things that you need to learn, you can start to schedule them in and research about them. And for the things that you have immediately, keep them on a little piece of paper, and next time you go to the gym, or next time you go to take the photos, or next time you set up your video camera, read through the list and say, have I done this? Check. Have I done that? Check. Have I done this? Check. Let's go. That's it from me, a quick video, and I will catch you guys next time. If you like this, subscribe or follow on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're watching this video. I hope it makes your process of self-growth and self-development, even if it's something related to your work and skills, I hope it makes it a more beautiful process. And I hope you start to measure and see the impact of what you can do when you start to structure the things properly in your mind. I hope this helps you get 1,000,000 times more productive in 2020, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.